Ever since we popped out of the womb, and me personally got cut out of the womb, we've always been told that there's a place for us in life. There's something out there that we're meant to achieve or fulfill the role of. And this logic definitely worked back in 1699, because after infants were told this, they were handed a shovel and some boots, and they started planting their tobacco seeds. It also worked pretty well later down the line in like the early 1900s with the social hierarchy system that we had at the time. If you were a boy, you worked and you provided for your family, and if you were a girl, well, you gave birth to children and you took care of them. Even deeper, when the World War hit, that gave a lot of people some overarching purpose, sacrificing their own life for the sake of their country. My point with these examples is that back in the day, it kind of seemed like purpose was just kind of handed out. Through current events and social hierarchy, people just kind of slid into purpose like a Tetris block slides into shit. I don't know what analogy I was going for. We see these memes where it's like, my parents at 21 has a house and kids, me at 21 playing Minecraft. And these memes, as funny as they are, they're not really memes, they're more artistic reflections of society. It's very apparent people of my generation, young people, young adults, teenagers, you name it, Pally, they struggle with purpose big time. Whether you're on the self-improvement side of the internet or that Family Guy mobile game side of the internet, you can see it pretty clear. This lack of purpose is why so many people who do not have the time to play 12 hours of video games a day, because video games give them that sense of progression and purpose that they don't have in real life. It's also why so many young people don't do anything with their life. They kind of just sit in their Coomer cave, fap to Overwatch Rule 34 for half an hour. And it's also why so many young people are depressed, anxiety-ridden, and take their lives by the millions every single year. If you clicked on this video, chances are you struggle with purpose yourself. But worry not, because I've got a 3-step plan for just free $99 that'll hold your pretty little hand into the grasps of purpose. My current purpose is this YouTube channel, growing it, allowing my positive influence to affect as many people as possible, and on the way gathering more and more funds and money to be able to upgrade the channel. And notice how I said current purpose, because you really don't go through life with just one purpose. But the one before this, I would say, was lifting, or my mind would constantly obsess over lifting. A lot of my time was dedicated to lifting and eating and everything that goes into that. It gets a little confusing here, but there's layers to purpose. Once you complete one, you move on to the other. You go deeper and deeper down, kind of like the onion. I don't know why I said the onion, just a onion, an onion. To dim it down for my fellow simpletons out there, a purpose is basically a very committed goal, where it's what you're thinking about 75% of the time, and a lot of your life's activities and structure is aligned with that goal. That's the best way I think I can explain it. But if you want some more info on purpose, I'll have a free course in the description. I went through myself. It's pretty poggers. This is where it can get a little daunting for fellows like you or I. But what works for me a lot is, what does my mind obsess over? So ask yourself, what does your mind obsess over? Is there something your mind thinks about more than other things? A lot more than other things, whether it's something you already do, or it's something you desire, or something you want to do. I think 70% of people can find their purpose just by highlighting that one thing, whatever their mind obsesses over. The only problem with this method is, if you're a screen junkie, you're constantly consuming content, your brain probably just doesn't think that much as is. So you kind of got to detox your mind if you want to use this method, right? Like, put down the screen for a little bit so you can just think, whether it be for a few hours or a few days, maybe a few weeks. Really, it's an important thing, finding a purpose in life, so take as long as possible, as long as you need. And if you think of something, don't overthink it, right? Don't be like, oh, but what if this? You just got to take it at face value sometimes. Maybe your mind's like, oh, I really want a six-pack. That's all you think about. So your purpose might be lifting for a while. And my point is, your purpose isn't always going to be some big thing, right? You're not going to find your life's purpose or just like that. Finding your life's purpose is something that comes with the layers of purpose, right? When you peel back more layers of that onion. Also, I'd like to mention, along with Abrian coaches where I can work with you one-on-one, I also have my Discord inbox open. If you ever want to shoot me a message, just join my Discord and click on my name and type something in. And if you thought of something, you gotta actually implement it into your life. And for some things, it's a lot easier than others, right? Like working out is, it's gotta find a section of my day to go to the gym. And obviously you gotta learn whatever, but it's pretty simple. With bigger things, like say starting a business, you gotta learn about the business, do this and that, set this up, blah, blah, blah. And it may seem daunting, but I'm gonna give you the best advice you have never heard before. You just gotta start. But that basic advice is the most true shit ever. You just gotta actually do it. Step one, even if it's daunting, even if it's hard. This YouTube channel wouldn't exist if I didn't just start. You just gotta start with the first step, slowly add more time to it each day, right? Like start with maybe 30 minutes on the first day of working on whatever, then an hour the next, hour and a half the next, you know, take it slow like that. And at some point, align your life to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Also, I'd like to mention that it's not always fun and games, right? Because when you think of something that's your purpose, think of something you love and you're passionate about and you just want to do it all the time, but it's really not the case all the time. At times, it can be fun. Like this YouTube channel. It seems fun to run a YouTube channel, whatever. Writing scripts, I'll tell you this, that specifically is really boring. Like I really sometimes just don't want to do it. But you got to force yourself to do some of the things, even when all your brain is telling you to just, you know, go on Clash of Clans or whatever the hell. When you learn to embrace that struggle of boredom within your purpose or just not having fun while doing it, your progress is gonna go from like to hopefully you actually take this advice into consideration. You take some time, ponder your purpose, and indulge in that purpose. It goes a long way, trust me. Having something to work towards in life. You don't even have to get like there's like calling it a purpose, because I noticed that's a pretty common term for it on this side of the internet. It seems so intense and like, oh my God, my purpose. Just having something in life to work towards is needed. Like you kind of need that. It's something beautiful, something keeps your brain engaged, keeps you real, doesn't keep you in the screen constantly escaping. Before this video ends fully, I'm gonna do a little shameless plug. You might have heard me mention it earlier. Abrian Coaches. So Abrian Coaches is a 2 to 4 week coaching plan where I coach you one-on-one and I put your progress on a pedestal. Whatever it is you're trying to progress in, I will make sure you progress in it. There's a link in the description with all the details if you're interested. I hope I see you there. Also, Discord server in the description. Once again, if you want to shoot me a question, go ahead. And there's a lot of great people to talk to in there. But on that note, I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe and like.